I wanted to show off this ad real quick. This is what the Harris administration, not Harris administration, but the Harris campaign put out. We're gonna react to it right now.
The Republicans banned abortion, but that's just the start.
That's just the start.
If Trump gets elected, we want the government involved in all aspects of your sex life.
Way more involved.
Way more involved.
When you have sexual intercourse, it should be illegal to use contraception. No pills, no condoms.
Your genitals are reserved for procreation.
If you freeze 12 eggs, you should be required to have 12 babies, or else you're a serial killer. And I'm definitely not a serial killer.
Are you?
My son monitors my porn usage to make sure I'm not self-pleasuring.
Just like Speaker of the House Mike Johnson. That's true, you can look it up.
Don't you think that's normal?
Yeah, I do.
It's normal for your son to do that.
You should have a family member monitor your porn use too.
Because pleasuring yourself is very, very naughty.
I'm voting in November.
I'm voting in November. We're all voting in November. Are you?
Because what happens in your bedroom is up to me.
Is up to me and my son. Also, mouth stuff is a sin.
I'm sorry you had to see that. Honestly, I am so sorry. I had to show that to you, but I had to make a video on it because of how absurd it was that the Harris administration would even push this. It's just gross. Just weird. And it's just blatantly untrue. Okay, so the idea that they're pushing is that we should be able to abort living children and kill them because of whatever reason. Because we're a bunch of satanic pedophiles. So we should be able to have abortion. And if you don't support abortion, you also support the government being in control of what you do in the bedroom, which is just blatantly untrue. It's just so stupid. This is like the stupid all or nothing mentality. It's just dumb. Why do we have this all or nothing mentality when it comes to this? It makes no sense to me at all, this all or nothing mentality. If you don't support the murdering of children, you also support the government just being involved with your sex life. Also, I don't understand why they're making fun of Mike Johnson. To be honest with you, I don't understand why they're doing that at all. Okay, so Mike Johnson used his son as an accountability partner. He is also an accountability partner to his son. I don't understand what's wrong with that, to be honest with you. I really don't. It's not like they're watching porn together. I think that would be the weird thing to do, is watching porn with your kid. But making sure that you're not watching porn and having your son also checking on you, I don't see what's wrong with that. I guarantee you, if someone was like, hey, my son's my accountability partner so I don't drink alcohol, what's wrong with that? I don't think anyone would have a problem with that. At least they shouldn't. It doesn't make a lot of sense to have a problem with that. Or, for example, if they had other problems. Any problem. Gambling problem, anything like that. I don't think that's a problem to have somebody as an accountability partner make sure you're not doing things that you're addicted to, that you have problems with. I don't get the big problem with that. I just don't see it. But the Democrats obviously do have a big problem with that. For some reason. I guarantee you, if he was watching porn with his kid, they wouldn't have a problem with it. Let's just say, for example, if a gay guy adopted a kid and they watched gay porn together, I don't think they'd have a single problem with that. Not only do I think that, I know that for a fact, because they also are the same people pushing for multiple different rape and child molestation and pedophilic things to be passed. They're trying to encourage it more. They're trying to push more pedophilic laws into place so to protect pedophiles. They literally just passed a law that said that if a gay guy were to have anal sex or oral sex with a child, he won't be a sex offender. That's not the problem, though. The problem is if you stop watching porn. That's the big problem. You're not allowed to not watch porn. Another thing brought up in this ad was having oral sex is somehow a sin, which is just blatantly untrue as well. But seeing as seeing who they are, it's not a big surprise that they don't know that for a fact. So, if you actually read in the Song of Solomon, it literally says to come blow my garden. Which, they're not talking about flowers there, if you catch my drift. They're not talking about flowers when that's being said. So, yeah, that's not an issue. Also, I hate how the left treats semen and eggs as the same thing as a living child. I've heard that argument all the times. It's not an argument. It's not a good argument at all. Because if that was an argument, then therefore any time somebody has a child, they would also be killing hundreds of thousands, maybe even millions of people alongside of it, because when you ejaculate, only one sperm cell hits an egg. So if that was the case, then you'd be killing thousands or maybe even millions of sperm cells every time someone got pregnant, but that's just not the case, because a sperm cell cannot make a baby on its own. Also, sperm cells die on their own anyway. So, like I said, I don't understand why the left pushes this as a legitimate argument against the pro-life crowd, but whatever. Just doesn't make a whole lot of sense to me, honestly. I just think it's a stupid argument. But what do you expect from the Harris administration? They're a bunch of morons anyway. Harris is a terrible pick for president. Anyway, that's me, the end of my video. I hope you liked it. Give me your thoughts down below, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.